Hello, and welcome to your favorite news channel, the Gary Newscast.
Today we will be looking at the 8th grade dance, the Gary Cult Club, Hoops for Heart, Missing Planes, the SpaceX reusable rocket, a controversial interview, Furman versus Georgia, and a Bernie Sanders commercial.
We're your hosts, Behnam
And Chase Goodrum.
This is going to be a whale of a time. Let's begin with Chase on SpaceX reusable rockets.
In 2011, the privately funded company SpaceX publicly announced that they were going to start designing and building a reusable rocket. This proposed idea would mean that we would no longer just dump portions of our rockets into the ocean, and we would finally get a longer-term investment on the billions we spend on space travel. Many years of trial and error later, SpaceX finally got a rocket to launch into the orbit and land back on Earth on December 21st, 2015. This was a truly revolutionary moment in space travel history. While it may have taken a lot of time to reach this point, you have to remember, it was rocket science.
Thank you, Chase. Now moving on to the 8th grade dance with Ian Chance.
The dance was 3 hours long. They had some good food like cookies, brownies, punch, and popcorn. The school hired a DJ for the dance who played a lot of pop songs. It seemed that all the girls liked that a lot. The colored lights added to the fun in my opinion. I believe the DJ's choice of songs was great. All the people at the dance thought the food made the dance better. Everyone's willingness to participate in the dance made it a success too. If no one participated, the dance wouldn't feel as fun.
Thank you, Ian Chance. We will now be moving on to the school's Hoops for Heart event with Jonathan Meeks.
Hoops for Heart was a very entertaining event which allowed people to participate in shooting hoops. For basketball lovers, this was very fun, and for those who didn't want to watch, they didn't have to participate. The music was entertaining, and overall everyone there had a good time. They weren't very strict with Hoops for Heart, but if you tried to get into it without paying, that would not have been good. The only things that people didn't like about Hoops for Heart was that you had to pay, and everyone was crowded. Lots of people enjoyed seeing their friends participate in basketball.
Thank you, Jonathan. Now we're moving on to the Gary Cult Club with me, Behnam. The GCC stands for the Gary Cult Club. The Gary Cult Club is run by the High Society Gary Cult members. They do many Gary-related activities, such as hailing Gary, which is done by extending the index finger, pinky finger, and thumb of both hands, and placing the index finger over the other hand's index finger, and placing the pinky over the other hand's pinky finger, creating a diamond in the middle. They also do other Gary-related activities, such as sacrificing things to the Lord and Savior, intense Gary RP, and photoshopping and displaying Gary images. These are obviously right and just use of the time.
Thank you, Behnam. We will now be moving on to an interview with Behnam.
Who's been the biggest influence of your life this year and why?
Probably my algebra teacher because she helped me understand math and how to give you a good grade in class.
How do people remember you this year?
As a kid who tries the hardest.
What was your favorite memory from this year?
When I brought my grade up from a D to a C in algebra.
Can you give me one piece of advice you would give the upcoming 8th graders?
It'll be a tough time, but you can pull through.
Who was your favorite staff member this year and why?
Mr. Sikora, for he pushes me to try harder every day.
Alright, thank you, Johnny, for your honest answers. Thank you, Behnam. Now we're moving on to Furman versus Georgia with Ian Chance.
The Furman vs. Georgia case put the death penalty on the spotlight. It questioned the morality of it. Furman burglarized a home when he accidentally killed one of the residents. He claimed he tripped and accidentally shot his firearm. He was convicted of murder and sentenced to the death penalty.
Thank you, Ian Chance. We will now be moving on to our top presidential pick with Maheen.
The United States election is a big thing in the USA, especially now. You may think Trump is a racist, you may think Hillary is a liar, or you may think Bernie is old as dust. With Bernie Sanders, he will
tuition free. Tuition free. Tuition free. Trump in a Republican debate said wages are too high in America. Really? Too high?
With that being said, with Donald Trump, he would lower the minimum wage, and with Hillary Clinton, there will be no free college. With Bernie Sanders, we have a future to believe in.
Thanks, Maheen. Now we'll be moving on to Missing Planes with Maheen.
Traveling is one of the most frightening things for passengers now. In the past 2 years, the flight Air Asia H501, MH17, and Germanwings 925 crashed. Unfortunately, a new event had worse than that now, since recently another flight Egypt Air Flight 804 crashed 3 weeks ago. On May 19th, 2016, the plane crashed into the Mediterranean Sea, last seen airborne with smoke flowing out of its cockpit. Originally, the flight was from Paris to Egypt. The cause of the crash is currently still unknown.
Hope you learned something in this new session of Gary's newscast. Tune in next week for more insanely interesting topics.
All here on Load and Save Your Gary. We're your hosts, Behnam
And Chase Goodrum.
May Gary be with your spirit. Enjoy the rest of your day.
And don't be a Gary phobe.